Indeed. And greetings upon you, beloved and holy friend. Thank you so much for joining me, Epona Mama. I think you might be the only one here, but it's starting to rain, so I'm going to have to move my streaming setup a little bit back. Thank you for joining me. Let's move it just a wee. When I say a wee bit, I mean a lot of bit. Kom puppy, Adrian. Adrian puppy. Adrian. Adrian, aside. Let's see if I'm squared up. You silly thing, you silly. Okay. Wait a second. I think that Arpan might be a little bit bonky, but it do be like that sometimes. Sorry for the lighting. I know it's not going to be the greatest because we have a bunch of overexposure in the background and not enough exposure in the foreground. I cannot see much on the stream right now. I'm gonna assume it's a little bit bonky. I'll come back in a bit. If it's not working yet, then we'll try again. Let me know if it is actually working on your side, please, so I can know, because I feel, with our internet, or at least with the weather being the way it is, it usually kind of bonks out with us. Which one do we go to? This is how itself up. I think we'll go with this one. I don't even know if this thing is live on the but I definitely know that it's live on the YouTubes. So it goes, the infinite, eternal stream of communication that occurs throughout creation, unobstructed, is lost to our awareness. Yet, so close are we, it requires only a thought to shift the momentum in a new direction. Only a thought to shift the momentum in a new direction. I'll read that thing again. I'm really unsure about Reddit right now. I don't know if it's live actually. I don't know if my internet dropped. At least according to the YouTube, it's still running, but I'm not sure about the Reddit. You know what? I think it's been long enough. It's been like 4 minutes of me waiting, so I think we'll try that again. Hey Alexandre, thank you for joining me, brother bear. It's only me and you right now. I'm trying to go live on Arpan, and I do believe I just succeeded. We have some rain rolling in. Just as I sat down, the rain started. There was some thundery vibes that I believe can still be heard. It's a vibe. Rainy day in South Africa it is, Dan. I'm grateful, but I also feel like I brought it upon myself because I was planning on doing like an hour stream today, and then after this hour stream to do a dancing stream to say thank you to both Arpan and the Patreon friends. And I was like, oh, it would be funny if I have to dance in the rain. Funny me. So freaking funny. Oh well, here we are. Wow, privilege for me. Man, it was nice to have you here, Alexandre. How are you doing, friend? There we go. Okay, I believe the Arpan is working now. Ninja Peach 420. I love a good thunderstorm, good day, dance in the rain. Oh, I will. Don't you worry, friend. I'm gonna dance in the rain. Interestingly enough, the very first stream that we ever had go front page, I woke up like at 5 a.m. It was raining, and I just kind of committed to it and danced in the rain at 5 a.m. And it was the first stream that really kind of blew up, and it was the first stream that I ever realized just the amount of craziness that happens in Arpan as a space. Some people still remember it. It will be a good... Man, the freaking sounds are like intoxicating. It'll be a good homage, a good reminiscing of the old days, if you will. I finally made it to Discord. Finally, Dad. It's so nice to have you there, Brother Bay. It's a very good medium to share your art, with other people as well. We have a bunch. I think we have two. Like, share your work if you make music or if you want to show like a project, and then we have a creative space as well for, like artworks. Technically, they could be merged into one space, but both of them exist. Please do share with us, Brother Bay. We would love to see your work. Lurking for truth himself. Thank you for joining us, Brother Aaron. It's so nice to have you here again. Zen Nomad. I answered your message, right? I do believe I answered your message, but I do not know if you answered my message and I didn't reply to that message. Then thank you for joining us again, my friends. Nice to have you here. Let's meld more indeed, Brother Ryan. Today's message, today's intention, today's feeling that I want to bring is one of it's hard. One of maybe awareness when it comes to our parts to play. Our message quite literally is each of us has a part to play. Today has been informed by this feeling of the things I've been doing and the amount it has taken from me, and not in a negative way, not in a complaining way, just in an awareness way, how much I had to give, how much I'm receiving, how much I'm going to have to continue giving indefinitely, to continue receiving indefinitely. And it was informed in context of other people. Very much so, something that Uncle Becky said to me, where he was like, oh, I would love to do daily streams like you do, etc. And my first reaction to that is don't. Like, this is not something that I think should you should do. Not from a place of, oh, I don't want you to be doing the same thing. Just that it's not necessary. I feel the fact that we have, so many creators creating daily. I don't know if there are creators that create consecutively daily, but the fact that I'm already doing it means that there is at least that space available. And after that conversation, I was just thinking over and over again about the parts that we play. Each and every single one of us has a part to play in this whole. It's not possible for us to make genuine, strides, make genuine impact if we're gonna try and do it alone, genuinely alone. So there are these feelings of, oh, I've done this, I've done that, yada yada yada, and then because of these things should be happening. But if it isn't for the things that other people do as well, no matter how much you do, nothing will be realized. And I feel that's a lesson that I'm supposed to learn today, especially. And then the message, the thing worth saying today is this. It goes, the eternal, the infinite, eternal stream of communication that occurs throughout creation, unobstructed, is lost to our awareness. Yet, so close are we, it requires only a thought to shift the momentum in a new direction. These feelings, these interpretations of what we do, how much we expect other people to do, we can shift that momentum with a single thought. We can shift the momentum of our lives with a single thought. We can start making decisions that take into consideration the whole, down to the seventh generation. It's surreal to try and think of something like that. And I had this thought yesterday. I was exercising, and I was, getting really into it, and I was excited, and I was listening to music as well, so I was vibing. And I just thought to myself, how my body would be reacting to this energy, this feeling that I'm trying to make a part of myself, make a part of my genetics, make a part of my behavior, and how would that affect my son one day? How would that affect his son? 7 generations down, how would it affect my family members? And if we can realize that the things we do today, the choices we make, the actions that we choose to get involved with, is going to influence not only 7 generations down, but infinite generations. Literally, you are influencing the infinity with every single decision you make, every single action you take, every intention you set. And the crazy part about it is the fact that we can shift that momentum with a single thought. It's surreal. It blows my mind. I'm intimidated sometimes. I'm like, oh goodness. Taking that much responsibility for your life, for the actions that you do daily. Ermias Blur. Ermias Blur. God uplifts, peace, love, unity, and respect. Johan! Wow, bro. Thank you for a quick mind melt. Love you. Love you, Johan. Thank you for allowing your mind to be melted, dude. I appreciate you so much. To you friends who don't know, most of you would, because I talk about him a lot. Johan is a friend that I've met in real life. He lives here in South Africa. He's been on the farm. Thank you, Brother Bay, for joining me. It's so nice, an honor to have you here. Is it raining in Pretoria as well? Did it rain in Pretoria? Yeah, YouTube is live again, but unfortunately, Reddit is a little bit more finicky. And power dropped. And it caused rain. Let's get back into it. Let's get back into it. Yeah, we are, Jovan. Unfortunately, with the rain, our electricity goes a little bit unstable. I think I have my pants the wrong way around. I do. I don't know if that's important, but yeah, it is. But nah, it looks like there is a massive rainstorm on its way, so it will be soon. Oh yeah. No, it seems that way as well. I'm very grateful for the rain. It's been raining buckets as of late. Like a few days, what was it, 4, 5 days ago? We got 40 mils of rain in 20 minutes. Are you seeing what I'm seeing? Yes, you can. You see that? Can you see that? Like this little patio gets so hot that when it rains on it, it literally turns into steam. Just to give you friends an idea of how hot it is here in South Africa. I hope you can see that. I do hope you can see that. I think you can, maybe. Glad you're back. So glad to be back. Thank you, Brother Viv, for joining me here. Yeah, we're back. Loving the rain. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing the space with me, Aaron. It's so nice to be here, Brother Bear. Jacob, thank you for joining me as well. I don't know if you friends sent any messages that I missed. Unfortunately, our power dropped for a second there, so alongside with it, our Wi-Fi as well. We really need to get a power supply unit for our Wi-Fi, just so we can have like 2 hours of airtime, even if the power does drop. I guess I'm gonna have to do that. Like I've been trying to figure out how I'm like making space for Pippi. Hey, you can't take my space. You can't take my space. It's my space, this one. Mel has a fog machine behind him. Technically, yes. Flat surface plus heat plus water equals fog machine. Thank you for joining us, Ted. It's nice to have you here, Fred. I don't think I've ever seen your username. It's really nice to have you, though. Thank you. Peach Ninja is here again. I can smell it through the video. Heavenly. Me too. Like, honestly. Technically, I'm just smelling dust, right? I believe that's what they say. Like, you're just smelling dust. You're not actually smelling any any rain. Man, I hope you can see all of that steam coming off of this little patio. It's so trippy to me. I mean, I've seen it so many times, but it still fascinates me. Energy, yo. Energy. And I feel, maybe that would be a good segue to get back into today's topic. The energy that we have over this world. Each and every single one of us has so much energy over this world. And it's very easy to convince ourselves that we have none. It's very easy to convince ourselves that someone else has more power than we do. It's very easy to convince ourselves that because they have more power than we do, it must mean that we have less power. It makes me sad that so many people in life have this zero-sum mindset about reality. Zero-sum meaning that there is only a finite amount of information, resources, experience to be had. And for you to have information, resources, experiences, you have to take it from someone else. When the reality that we're a part of is one of infinite growth, at least on the cosmic sense. Unfortunately, our planet isn't growing infinitely with us. But within this infinite growth cycle, within this possibility, we have to choose what we want to do, and we have to realize that we are in fact powerful beings, and we can influence our lives, influence the lives of others more than we actually give ourselves credit for. It was like, I've been communicating with a few friends as of late, and it seems to be a reoccurring theme of this year where we doubt ourselves. Again, we have these limitations that we apply on ourselves, and then because of these limitations, we just don't do things. Even though we know they might be good for us, even if they might be good for other people, because we're so scared of being judged or being wrong, we just don't. We just don't. I'm gonna drop a quote that I feel is really cool. I don't know if that's gonna help, but I just turned on the outside light. The lighting is definitely not ideal. But there are only one type of person that never fails. And it's the type of person that never starts anything, never does anything. So you have to ask yourself a question. I can either be a person that never fails, as in I never try anything, or I can be a person who sometimes fails. And then a part of that failure, might be some successes. And the way we quantify success should be personal. I want you to know that as well, because this is part of your journey. You play a part in this whole. You get to decide what your success is. To hell, sorry for saying that, with the rest of the world's interpretation of what your success is supposed to be it financial, be it a certain amount of number, be it follower, be it upvote, be it comment, be it whatever. All of these measures of success won't ever be as valuable as the measure of success you feel having completed something, having started to do something that you actually believe has value to you. And it's weird. It's weird how easily we are influenced in comparison to how little we realize our power to influence. It's like, oh yeah, I'm influenced now. Oh, that's so easy. Do thing because of the influence I've experienced. But then if the flip side comes along, then we don't acknowledge the same power for ourselves. We don't acknowledge that we can have the ability to influence others. And because we don't acknowledge it, we're not aware of it, and it becomes a thunderstrike. It doesn't resonate as a truth to us, so we don't believe that about ourselves. It's still hot, weirdly enough. The stream is nice and ambient backdrop. Oh, it's the Scenery, just my YouTube. Thank you for joining us, the Scenery. It's nice to have you here on the YouTube today, friend. Incredible weather, says Kelly. SA is way up at the top of my bucket list. Kelly, if you come here, my friend, you have a place to stay. We would love to have you. I just said in the previous stream that I responded to your message like 10 minutes ago. Just been busy, sadly, the last few days. Don't worry about it at all. Zen Nomad. All I know is love. All I know is patience. And there must be a third one. Love, patience, and forgiveness, maybe as well. You know, and if you keep those parts of your consciousness aware, then no matter what anybody does, you're gonna be okay with their actions. The way I think about messages, friends, and I would like to share this with you as well, in context with the parts we play and the influence we have on each other's lives. Always feel willing, always feel, you know, like you can, if you will, send me a message. Even though I might not respond to it instantaneously, it will be responded to eventually. And on top of that response, it's not only going to be a response to the message that you've shared, but it's also going to be a connection that me and you come together in. I think of a message again as this superposition state that you send out into the world. You know, like when you send a message, you are technically sending a request, right? And your request is for a reply. And if that request gets filled, if that reply gets sent, then the other side of that infinity gets continued. And it can become, you know, a synchronous event for both sides to influence one another. But what needs to be realized is that infinite loop basically gets made as soon as two people connect with one another. And that connection is something that doesn't go away. It might, you know, stretch out. It might, you know, get even closer and more intimate with one another, but it never goes away. So every single time we make the effort to show up for one another, to, you know, get back to a message, if you will, that infinity is there, is reconnected again, and we are in that moment, sharing that moment with one another. So even if you take a week, a year, 10 years to be back in this space to reply to a message, know that it's going to be okay. We love you, friend. So Kelly, a lot is going on in my life right now, and I'm proud of how I'm handling all my emotions, positive and negative. Thanks for giving me a space to share. How are you though? I'm happy to hear that, Talia. Your message about guilt today really resonated with me as well. I feel realizing that we have a part to play, and realizing that the part we have to play doesn't have to be always a one of active involvement. You know, you are playing a part right now. This is something me and Uncle Becky had a chat about as well today. How Kelly, for example, who is in today's stream, when she originally, you know, started donating to my Patreon, I didn't know who Kelly was. I was like, Kelly? You know, I've been trying to share love, I've been trying to learn names, but the word Kelly, the name Kelly didn't resonate with me as I know who this person is. And now she has started opening up and sharing her presence with us, but there are other friends as well in the Patreon donation, you know, like side, who I've never had the chance to really interact with in the stream. And it just shows to me that even if there is no participation, there can still be love shared. You can still play your part by just being here, by just being aware, by just listening and absorbing the information that we want to share in this space. Realize that you have a part to play regardless. You know, regardless of what you're doing. You can literally be a hobo sitting next to the same road for 50 years. And in that 50 years, one person sits down next to you and you can share a life lesson with them, and that person's life gets changed, and you would have lived a worthy life. You can probably do that much more than once in that 50 years, but that's the point I'm trying to make. We have these understandings of what success is supposed to be, what our parts is supposed to be, how much our part that we're playing is supposed to influence the whole, but they're expectations. All of them are expectations, and those expectations are out of our control. You are in your control. You are playing your part by being here. And not just in this stream, in this reality with us, in this infinity, with us. Know that you are worthy. Know that you are infinitely valuable. Stream is a nice ambient backdrop. The steam, Giovanni, it tickles my fancy. This, thank you again. The illusion is that we are separate. The material world and its separateness is, in fact, an illusion. We are our awareness consciousness, which is part of the unique whole. I believe it encapsulates the whole, even, Alexandre. I believe that mind can be, in my mind, seen as a fifth dimensional state of existence. And the four dimensions, the three dimensions that we see in this space and the dimension of time, can be encapsulated within the fifth dimension that is mind, awareness, consciousness. A science fact in the thermodynamics that you can also see philosophically. You can't quantify absolute energy. You can only quantify changes in energy. I love this. Like that's, I don't know if you were here for the thing we're saying today, Talia, but that is like on point. That is so on point. I want to read it one more time because it's one of the most beautiful ones I feel in this little book. Once more, it goes. It goes, the infinite, eternal stream of communication that occurs throughout creation, unobstructed, is lost to our awareness. Yet, so close are we, it requires only a thought to shift the momentum in a new direction, quantifying change. Not quantifying the energy within you, but quantifying the change, what you want that energy to do, what you want your life to be, what part you want to play. Whew! Yeah! It's important to do things, but we should surrender any control or expectation in terms of success. Surrender. This is a higher power. You're right, Alexandre. And it's difficult for us because we want to believe we have control. We want to practice or exercise that control, but ultimately that's also an illusion. It's a beautiful country. You should definitely make a trip. Don't listen to the media that will tell you it's dangerous. It's really not dangerous at all. You just don't walk around if your valuables visible, or else it will get stolen. Yeah, good advice. Good advice then, Nomad. Ideally, if you're gonna come to South Africa, just come with intention, know what it is you want to do, where it is you want to go, and do the things you want to do and go where it is you want to go with meaning, like have direction, have unresolving commitment to getting it done, because if you're in that mindset, and this is something that I've noticed, people do not get in your way. I don't know if that's a selfish thing to say, maybe a little bit, but if people see you are committed to playing your part, they'll let you. It's a beautiful country, oh it is. Oops! Was saying in another stream that you're talking about 7 generations reminds me that it's important not to get caught up and ensnared by what's going on in 3D. Yeah, Nanshi. And it's inevitable for us to get caught up in this 3D because that's why we're here. To melt into it, to become a part of it, to experience all of the intricacies, all of the textures, all of the sounds and smells and tastes, and beautiful fractals and absolutely amazing vibrations that hits our ears and influence our entire beings so that we may move. Like we're supposed to be melting into this whole, but we should realize that we're melting from this point of awareness. And this point of awareness is continually influencing this melting pot of universe, that we're a part of. It's never something that changes. It's never something that stops, and you are playing a part. Even if you don't want to. Even if you're sitting staring at a wall the whole day for 80 years, you will be playing a part in this process of conscious evolution. All of us inevitably are. And if you can realize that and you can take responsibility for that in context of 7 generations down the line, your family, your loved ones, to be benefiting from the things that you've done today. And one of the weird things, I don't know if you know what? I am gonna share this. When it comes to longevity, if we want to really take care of ourselves in the context of living longer and healthier lives, the best way to do that is to eat less often. And I'm not suggesting you eat less. I'm suggesting you eat less often. Go and do some research on intermittent fasting. You know, it's something that I'm applying again in my life, very strictly. And it's something that I've been practicing on and off for the last 4 years. And, there's so much studies and data coming out right now that our bodies thrive when they have a little bit of stress in them. When we exercise our bodies, that introduces stress. That stress, in turn, makes our body fight to be alive. Our body wants to do its part for us, but we have to do our part for it as well. And realizing that we play so many parts in so many different little fractions of infinity, and that part that we play, whether we play it or not, is going to influence that infinity. We're responsible. we're we're so responsible. We're the most responsible beings on this planet. And it's surreal. And the childish nature of us doesn't want that responsibility. The I don't want to call it negative. Let's call it the reverse sides of ourselves wants to this. Contemplating now. You know what? I think we will. We'll go live one more time. If the electricity gods do not will us to, the power will drop again. Power be bonking. Bonkin? I-N? Yes. Yes. Power be bonkin. Let's see. No, now it's not working at all. But let's try it again. I refuse to give up. Because as soon as we give up, then we've given up, right? I guess that's how it works. Power be bumpkin. What are you hearing? What? Okay. Sick. Reddit's back. YouTube is back. Yep. I'm happy to actually see that it is back. Was it Jordan Peterson that said something like, life has more meaning with more responsibility? The more responsibility you take, the more meaning life has. I wouldn't be surprised if it was Jordan Peterson who said that, Jovan. And what's weird to me, Jovan, is that quote can be taken in one of two ways. It can be taken in this context of, I don't want to take more responsibility. I already have all of these responsibilities. I just want less responsibilities. Or it is from this place of, yeah, that's actually right. And it says a lot about us as well. That response we initially have to hearing that we are responsible. And, I feel Jordan Peterson is very specifically talking about the productivity side of responsibility, getting your responsibilities done. But the way I consider responsibility, again, is within this interpretation of the part we play and realizing that we are responsible for that part that we play. Yo, is this stream live? It's live. Cable, it's live, dude. Our power has dropped twice. It might. No, it's not actually gonna drop again because the rate is coming down. I'm here, says Katie. It's nice to have you here, my beloved friend. Oh my goodness, it's my cake day. Happy cake day to you, Katie. Thank you for joining us. Or is this one going to go kaput? I don't know, Cable. We'll have to stick around and find out, dude. Your mom is right. She probably is, friend. She's a very wise woman. There's not a lot of people in my life that I feel is as wise as my mom has been to me. You know what? On the note of today's topic, the part we play, the part that you play, I want to read you something worth saying. It goes, realize that you are that and so much more. And it starts from this. Egoic consciousness says, I am not that one. I am not God. I am not pure spirit. I am not pure soul. I am this thing that sits here now. Realize that you are that and so much more. For every thought, be it limiting or empowering, uses the same infinite power of creation. Each and every single one of us, friends, are beings of infinite potential. You know, when you're like, melt, no, really. I'm being serious when I say that. We have infinite potential. In this moment, I have the potential of standing up and running into the field, you know, diving into the ground, starting to dig my way down to China, for example. That potential is there. The potential is here for me to, you know, jump up and down, enjoy. My potential is here to be sad and to cry deep tears for the losses that I've had in my life. We human beings have infinite potential, and this infinite potential we have is something we have to take responsibility for. Take responsibility for in the way where we allow ourselves that understanding. You know, that we're not just these little human bodies. We're not these limited thought patterns. We're not these limited ideas of what we are and our ideas of ourselves. We're not these thoughts that we have. We're not even the things that have happened to us. We're all of it. Literally all of it. You're the other side of the infinity, friend. If you weren't here right now, this infinite universe would not be elicited. You being able to see generates what you're seeing. You being able to hear generates what it is you're hearing, being able to feel the textures, being able to smell the rain in the air. I was thinking for a second about licking this puppy's head, but I was like, that's a big yikes. But I could. The potential is there for me to lick this puppy's head, you know, and I could have an experience in doing that, and that experience would have been one that I've chosen for myself. And after having chosen that experience, I have to take responsibility for experiencing it as such, and realizing that it is that way with everything in life. Literally everything, from the meals you eat, from the people you conversate with, the content that you consume, the way you interact with family members, friends, people that, you know, serve you, if you will. It changes you, it changes the whole, it changes everything, friends. You want me to play with this rope? You want me to play rope with you? I'm busy. I'm busy right now. I'm busy. Like she is crazy. You're a crazy girl. You're a crazy girl. Crazy, crazy. Hey, Jeff, thank you for joining us. Okay, I think the chat calmed down a little bit. Thank you. He's just saying words. I'm just saying words, friend. You know, you're the one eliciting an emotional response from the words I'm saying. I'm like making sounds. That's what I'm doing, technically. My tongue is doing like mental just gymnastics, technically. My lungs are producing pressure, and then my little voice box is vibrating, and then I'm shaping those sounds. Those sounds are being transformed into binary bits, being sent over the internet, thousands upon thousands of miles, going through light tubes, firing at the speed of light to hit your country, to be decoded into the information you're hearing right now. You're the one eliciting the response. You're the one that's powerful. You're the one that's creating this reality for yourself. And realizing that power, realizing just how much love we can share with that responsibility, not only with other people, not only with our little, creatures, not with plants, but with ourselves. So much love can be shared with ourselves if we just take responsibility for what and where we are right now. Thank you for the silver flare. The smell of dust after rain. Good morning, friend. Thank you. That's right. Jenny, that's right. Gets what? Epic belly kisses. Doggo gets it. She is the sweetest thing ever. So much much. So much. Makes it good. Again, uh, you really have to bite my fingers. I was just imagining, today as I was meditating, how freaking weird it is that she has to be biting my fingers in this context. Like I'm just trying to picture a small little human, with the same dynamic, and then just imagining this human taking my hand, and I was like, bro, why are you doing this to yourself? It's a dog. You shouldn't be thinking stuff like that. Guess what? Epic belly kisses, a jam. Words alone mean nothing. It's the definition we each put to them that makes that response. You're right. You're right, Jem. And that's why I keep saying that all I am is a mirror. All I am is a reflection. All I am is the other side of the infinite universe that is you. As you are at the other side of the infinite universe that is me. And realizing that we are these infinite beings who has the ability to infinitely influence one another either in a positive way or in a negative way gives us some agency, gives us some ability to see ourselves. Actually, can you not tie yourself up in my scarf? I'm full of dog hairs as well, but I guess that's a part of the vibe. Oh, Melt, I'm super high right now. You're saying exactly what my mind needs to hear. Thank you infinitely. Thank you, Talia. Thank you so much for being here with me in this moment. I look forward to being able to get high as well. I do have 3 joints pre-rolled. Puppy. I haven't touched them, but I look forward to touching them. Hello, Jeb, again, my friend. It's so nice to have you here. I love you all, or should I say, I love all of me. You should say both, Flare Star Child. You should say both, friend. Love all of you, love all of us, love all of it. As long as you love, friend. As long as you love, it will be true. I'm sure of that. Just imagine Christian doing that to your ad. Dude, no, please, please don't. Please. Oh, no, no, no. She's so precious today. She is. I feel like the last bit, she's been so, like, calm with me. Like, she's still being herself, but you realize that I'm an old individual. Whoa, whoa, Who's that? Who's that? Who's that? My mom came back home. Glad to hear that. Very much so. Life is getting better every day. We're making it better for each other every day. We're making it better for ourselves every day. And that's the part we play. At least I feel that's the part we've chosen to play. To try and make this whole better for everyone involved. I feel that has been a big part of my life mission. To, in every situation I find myself in, to be loving. To try and help them, to try and make that experience a positive one. To have them want to spend time with me again. And not from a selfish perspective. Quite the contrary. The way you make people want to spend time with you is by loving them. And once you realize that by loving another, you're just loving yourself, loving the whole, actively contributing to conscious evolution, it becomes easy. It actually becomes easy. I'm not saying it is easy. I'm just saying it can be. Thank you for the trio, Star Child, Catfish, Katie Fish. It is Katie Fish. So nice to have you here. So lovely to hear that. I can't tell what is really live stream. And if you're seeing all the comments, but I guess it's all part of the teaching experience. Nancy, I believe I'm live right now. I hope so, at least. Good day to you, Eat Red Meat. Thank you for joining us again, my friend. I have 5 dogs with me currently, and they're all responding to Pippi's voice. What's going on? Like, Pippi is a scaredy cat. Kelly, I've never seen a dog as scared as she is. And I don't know if this is mean. Do let me know if this is a mean thing to do. But there is this door, like I was baking my mom some rusks. Literally, like the whole process of baking and packaging it. It takes like 6 hours total or whatever. So I was spending a lot of time in my mom's little baking room. And the baking room has like a door, like a steel door that isn't properly fixed, kind of close to it. And it almost has like a channel for wind to flow into. So if the wind starts blowing, it makes these scraping sounds. And it can sound a little bit eerie, if you will. And as I'm kind of like doing my things, working on the rusks, I hear Pippi kind of like going berserker, barking at this door, making these noises, and she's like scared, like running away with these noises that's coming from the door. And I walk up to this door, and as I kind of like go behind the door, I like jiggle the door and I start, making. I don't want to make myself sound bad, but I'll say it as it is. I like make like screaming sounds, and I just hear like these little tippy tappies, and I come, from across the door, like outside the door, to see if Pippi responded, and she's gone. Like nowhere to be seen. Not inside the little baking room, not on the little dog bed. I walk, into the house. I find her in her bed, and I'm like, that. If I was getting eaten, you would just run away. You won't try to help me. I mean, I guess it was my fault as well. I have to go to works. I have to go to work. Thanks for the lovely words and communication you put out every time I see you. Star Child, thank you for joining us, friend, and for absorbing and taking these words to heart. You are the one who are, creating the positive experience, the enlightening experience from it. I appreciate you as well. My dog just kept snoring. Missed your face. Work, work, work. It's okay though. All the pain is an illusion. Oh yeah. Hiya Melza. Hey Hades. It's nice to have you here again, friend. How's it been? How's life been treating you? How's this 2021 and 2022 been treating you technically? I've missed all of you. Pippi reminds me of my old roommate's dog. Was he also scared? I'm curious now, actually, Jacob. Thank you for the helpful. Hades, mind control freak, says, why do some people speak harshly? And then when they see a hurt look on our faces or tears, then they say, how can you survive in this world if you're this sensitive? Because mind control freak, they're trying to mind control you. Instead of taking responsibility for their actions and for the things that they've done, they make it your fault. Because if you're the one that is too sensitive, then they're not the one that is being harsh. It's like the whole devil scenario as well. The reason we've created the devil is because human beings were unwilling to admit that we have capacity for evil. So instead of admitting that we have capacity for evil, we created this entity that is the one influencing us to do evil deeds. But it's just that. It's just people's unwillingness to accept, again, responsibility for the part they play. Within this dynamic, within this part that we play where we have a conversation with one another, if I choose to play my part in a negative way, that casts me in a negative light. And if I was responsible for that negative energy being put out, we usually don't want that negative energy reflected back on us. So we try and, project that negative energy onto the other person, calling them the sensitive one for our hurtful words. You're doing fine, friend. Know that you're not the one that is being too sensitive. Being sensitive, in my opinion, is something that is very beautiful about this life. If you're sensitive to it, you can experience more of it. Don't ever change mind control. We love you, friend. If you see a red bar that's full at the bottom, it's live. If it's a blue bar and starting from the beginning, it's not live. Mel can be a bit behind sometimes in reading the comments when it's talking something, but he does read everything. Thank you, Servina. I appreciate you sharing the love as well. Genuinely, then it's your fault. They don't have to take responsibility for their actions, maybe. Yeah, you're completely right, Jenny. Do you play hide and seek with her? Oh, no, not really, Toast. I don't think she has the. Not that she's stupid, but I don't think she has the mental capacity to understand that she should wait and then she should try and find me afterwards. Weirdly enough, I feel she's just bad at seeking in general. Like I'll throw this rope, and then if like 4 seconds have passed as she runs to try and find the rope, then wherever the rope's location was just gets evaporated from her brain. Like I can throw this piece of rope pretty far, and I've noticed that if I throw with all my strength, she doesn't have the ability to fetch it. So now I'm like sissy throwing a rope. Maybe she's just gaming my brain. She doesn't have to run as far. I don't know, Toast. She's adorable though. Thank you for being here and for being you. Fire breathing Jenny. Same to you, my friend. This is a two-way stream. We're both playing our parts here. She just needs to see that there is nothing to be afraid of. So funny that she left you to fend for yourself. I feel like the baking room door exists for all of us. Ooh. Kelly, thank you for enlightening me to that. You know, I'm thinking about the fact that I played a part as well in the response that she had. You know what I'm thinking? I'm trying to imagine me as a pet to the entire universe. And in the same way that I was dramatically pretending to get eaten by the door, the universe sometimes pretends to dramatically be eaten by itself. And I get all worked up about that sometimes. Get scared sometimes. Run away sometimes. But I'm still smack dab in the middle of all of it. What is that? Where did you get a sock? Where did you get a sock, puppy? Where did you get a sock? Just a random sock. Did you steal it from someone? No, you should keep it to yourself. Keep that sock to yourself. Like she's shaking it now. No. This sock is dirty, yo. I'm sorry. You can have your toe. To give a toe. Choo! There you go. We had a little bit of a fetch. Hump day! Happy hump day to you, SMDAZ. I appreciate you, friend. Life is okay. Could be better. Could be a lot worse. So, I'm not gonna try and correct you, but another way of saying the same thing you just said is that life is good, sometimes better, never bad. How about that? Same thing, but instead of saying could be better, it's just saying sometimes better. How about it? I love you, 80s. All the friends are here. Jenny, Eat Red Meat, and Vet. So much love. Jem as well. Don't forget. Joe Botlow, sorry. Joe Boy. He wasn't so much a scaredy cat, but more so a wild kind of child dog who was always chewing on things. But so adorable that you can't be mad at her. Oh yeah. Like she's very much that way as well. I've been taking. I want to make some videos of her as well. Really? You want me to play? Lost anything? There we go. I've been teaching her to bite onto her side of the rope instead of my side of the rope. You silly thing. I think you're gonna wreck my pants if I keep letting you do this. Lost. Lost, Pippi. Lost. I'm not gonna win. Like her tail is whipping back and forth because she's enjoying this, but goodness, it's so hot. Puppy, it's so hot. It's so freaking hot. Nah, I'm not done playing just yet, dude. No. Of course, you can't force your mind to be silent. That would be like trying to smooth ripples in water. A lot of a flatting iron. Freaking Alan Watts, what a G. Force your mind to be silent. Oddly enough, and I feel like technically it is encapsulated in what Alan Watts said, but every single time you want to prompt your mind to be silent, with that prompt in and of itself is going to create ripples. So yeah, as soon as there's no use in it, this is the answer. Tough love doesn't work. I don't have patience with people believing they need to toughen other people up. Oh yeah, no, me either. It's it is people trying to justify the continuation of pain, the continuation of hate, separation, and it's nonsense. Being sensitive can be experienced as a very positive trait. I agree completely, Talia. Silence is music, and you have to make it. Hallo, papa. Wat is er geweest? Papa?
Ja.
Wat is er geweest?
Ja?
Waar is papa geweest?
We gaan eerst morgenochtend vroeg weer volgende.
Wat is er geweest
In het dorp
vandaag?
geweest.
In het dorp geweest? Zijn allemaal daar? Dat is zo.
Ja, dat komt op pad. Stond allemaal.
Wow, okay. Grandma is coming. My dad was the one who showed up first. Beep beep boop boop. Man, that was so soothing to hear. Thank you. Thank you, Mind Control Freak, for asking such good questions, my friend. I hope that it resonated with you. Bipolar disorder means I feel everything at 11 all the time. But good can be sublime and the bads are awful. But I can see beauty in the most random places. I feel seeing that beauty in the most random places is just, again, to me, this indication of this infinity that we're part of, Gem. You know, that we can share a positive, beautiful experience with ourselves. For instance, looking at the ground. Like, I'm looking at the ground right now, and there's just 10 billion and one textures around me right now. Oh goodness, I could get lost in every single one of them. And all I have to do is do that. I have to take responsibility to get lost. Otherwise we won't. Pippi had her object permanence issues. Like chicken. Like she just, that rope is just gone out of her mind. She didn't see where it landed. For some reason she thought I would throw it in that direction, but now it's just gone in her mind. Pepe, it's hot, dude. It's so hot, yo. Like, I love you. I genuinely, this is not me not loving you. You can sit there. Sit here, yeah. It's just too hot, yo. No, Pepe has a goldfish brain. I think goldfish might have her beat, though. Now you got to see it live, at least. That's interesting, Jam. Thank you for sharing it as well, Jam. Thank you for giving me an opportunity to co-create with you. I haven't seen it in 4 seconds. It doesn't exist anymore. Just like doesn't acknowledge, like my hands are the things that are gonna get eaten. Yeah. Stupid. You stupid. You smushy boy. You stupid. You silly stupid thing. There we go. Alright. Like when she hurts me a little bit, she doubles up by trying to not hurt me a little bit. Stop it. I'll freaking blow your face. I'll blow your face if you bite me. I will. I will do it. I'll freaking do it. Come on, I'm distracted. You're distracting me. You're distracting me, Pepe. I'm being distracted. I have a special kitty who also doesn't understand object permanence. It's hilarious because crows, understand object permanence. Parrots as well. Maybe she has object permanence. Maybe a little bit. Like I'm trying to think if I had a treat in my hand. Then try to bite me again. Try to bite me again to make me feel better. That's not how it works. That's not how it works, you silly thing. That's not how it works. Okay, go. You need to give me some space. No. No, no space for you whatsoever. No space. No, look, I can't give you any space. I'm sorry. I thought about it. Let me show you from behind what this looks like. Uh, uh. No, you go there. No, I put you down there. No, you go there. Dad is calling my brother. I'm like sweating balls. I'm sorry. I'm sweating bullets right now. I'm so hot. Like I'm uncomfortable. I wanna. Ah. Like I'm actually uncomfortable. Peppy, like I'm. This is a little bit much for me, yo. It's a bit much. I'm like dying here. I'm dying. No, please, please. The humidity is too much. Please, please, please. Please, I need space. Please give me some space. Please, please. Are you serious? Are you serious? Yeah, it's too hot. How beautifully put. Fellow bipolar disorder here, and damn, do I feel everything. Wouldn't change it for the world. I don't have a diagnosis, but I feel the same, unfortunately. You know, the same depth with which I can be happy, I can be sad as well. Fortunately, it's not 50-50 for me. It's more like 5%, 95% positive to negative feelings. But when I feel those negative feelings, goodness. Oh, sorry. Can they be convincing? Very, very convincing. Thank you for the one up, Jem. I appreciate the love so much. Jacob, thank you for resonating, friend. She she's so cute, I can't handle it. Cause she melts my heart, dude. She's actually melting my heart. And she's so different. You know, she's so different to the previous pups we've had as well. Very different. Oh, silly thing. Silly thing, you silly. This is a little bit better at least. She's not directly on top of me. You're doing good things. Doing good things with DBT these days. That has helped me with my perspective so much, and now I get to feel joy with less of a free fall into doom. I'm happy to hear that, Jem. That's all I'm gonna say. Know that you're not alone. Very much not so. Kick to the face, lol. You saw that, Sorvina? I have no idea why. I'm only just remembering this. But there used to be a Jack Russell in the family called Pip years ago. She was so placid and friendly. Like these little Jack Russells just have something either broken or very right in them, I feel. Gem. Such unique individuals. That's so good to hear, and DBT can work wonders. Can I DM you? I'm moving to the UK in a couple of months, and I would love to pick your brain about where I can find support. Please, Kelly. I hope she, is down for that. Hey, Brandon. I was wondering if you join us for today's stream, Brother Bear. Thank you for joining us, Uncle Becky. Of course, Uncle Becky, how are you? I'm thinking about watching your stream on YouTube. Then I can watch it on my TV. Nancy, I mean, you might be here now. I don't know. I guess the view could be a little bit better. Not exactly center frame. You got a little drizzle of rain. And because, this thing is so hot, it's dry again. Mostly. It has a little bit of a wet splotchy there, but all of this has dried up. It's still hot even. Hey, Uncle Becky. Hey, Jovan again, my friend. So lovely to have you here. Thank you for the Haywire Hill tag. Please do join us, friends, for more wholesome vibes. It is the home of wholesome after all. Can you, for like 5 seconds, not eat my hands and stuff, please? Thank you. Yeah, I appreciate that. Live Melty watch party. Thank you, Uncle Becky. Damn, Melt, I need to start taking notes at these morning meetings. You have a wonderful way of words. Kelly, it's crazy that you say that. Like, honestly, because Melita shared a little page of notes that she took from yesterday's stream. And seeing those notes afterwards, hearing my words back to me, I was like, holy shit. Did I say those things? Oh, yes, I did, in fact, say those things. So please, friend, I would highly encourage you to take notes, not for a selfish reason, but for your personal reason. Just being able to look at them encapsulated, the few words that stood out to you, the things that you felt were worth saying. Stopping by to say hello, gloomy sunshine. Woo! How long has it been, friend? It's so nice to have you here. Thank you for joining us. We have some pretty gloomy sunshine on this side of the world today. Working on our brand clipping tool. Hopefully it comes to life. Hopefully, I hope so. Please. Like a proper RPAN clipping tool would be revolutionary for creating shorts with these type of long live streams. This is an illegal amount of gear. Brilliant. Thank you for all of the time and energy you're putting into this community, Uncle Becky. Genuinely, Brother Brandon, you're an absolute trooper. I'm doing all right. I just need a time away from technology. It's like a damn plague. It's a plague if we let it plague us, gloomy sunshine. If we allow ourselves, some abstinence, as you did, if we get away from it for a bit, if we say no to it for at least an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours out of our day, it can be very, very, very good for us. She's gonna pass out soon. She's been passed out, Toast. She's been passed out, dude, finally. She just got up. She's like laying on my foot right now. I cannot imagine how that's comfortable. Might be a little bit comfortable. Let me show you what's happening. Like, I'm sorry, YouTube friends, for not being able to show you, but I don't have that much mobility. Little foot tucked and everything. This is the state that I really appreciate her in. Yes, docile. Thank you. She's gonna pass out soon. Hey, darling. Yeah, I feel that. It's important to take some time to care for yourself. It really is, Talia. We don't do it nearly enough. Ninja Peach says, hilarious that sweating balls is a phrase used in essay to sending you snowy cold vibes from our chilly landscape. It's so cold today. Thank you, Ninja Peach. I'll send you some warmth if you can send me some cold. I appreciate it. Yeah, I feel that's very universal, especially where it's super warm. I like your review, either broken or really right. It's all about perspective. It is, Jenny. It really is. It's all about perspective. The exact same, you know, happening, or what do you call it? How do you say that? Cycle of events? No. Linear of events? No. Progression of events? No. Happening of events? No. Event after event after event after event happens. And that can be seen as one unit of happening. That same unit of happening, to a person who has the perspective that everything can be seen as a means to grow, versus someone who sees everything as it's against them, will have two completely different experiences just because of their perspective. And that's their part to play as well. The perspective of negativity is one that needs to be played for the perspective of positivity to be visible, if you will. When I look up the place you are this morning, it said it was like 30 degrees Celsius, and that was midday for you. Yeah, that's about right, Jam. It was 33 degrees Celsius the last time that I checked. So I believe that's like 100 Fahrenheit. But you probably know Celsius as well, being in the UK. Makes me happy. Absolutely, the time of year isn't ideal though, because it's been snowing and below freezing most days, so I can't go outside and stay outside for long. I go so stir crazy being indoors. Gloomy sunshine, that's the nice thing about these spaces though, is that we can technically be outside through a window, and it's not exactly the same. Not exactly the same just yet, but it's as much as we can do right now. I've been here for like the last technically 340 days, 345 days. I've been here on the farm. And again, with perspective, some people ask me, how am I not losing my mind? And I feel like I'm becoming more and more sane. And it's how you want to see it. It's all about how you want to see it, what you want to choose. Thank you for choosing this space, for allowing yourself to be here again after having taken a break. It's a genuine honor, Gloomy Sunshine. Thank you so much. I feel that if you're temporary, though, remember that. I hope you can still find some comfort in this season. Please do. This place saved my soul, and I'm forever grateful to ensure I do my part to help it thrive. Brother Bear, not only are we doing our part to make this space thrive, but we're doing it for other people to thrive as well. Like that's why we're doing this, friends. Like think about that just from the perspective of what we're doing. We're building something with the intention of making life better for other people. How many people can say they want to do that for the world? I want every single person on this planet to live a happy life. And it's not easy for me to go to every single person and try and help them. It's not even right for me to try and do that. Who am I to believe that I could help a person? But if a person wants to be helped, person believe they can be helped, and if they find themselves in this space and they want to, be helped by this space, I believe they will be. Because that's what we've chosen and that's what we've experienced. I feel like I'm a little bit cooler now. I'm gonna try and expend as little energy as possible. I feel that I've got to wear 3 pairs of pants just to go for a walk. Mel, it's been about a month since I've logged onto Reddit. How have you been? I've been well, friend. I've been really well. Thank you. Growth mindset versus fixed mindset. Yeah, zero sum versus infinite pi, if you will. Thanks, dear. I'm taking the kiddos out sledding and hiking as much as possible, but only on sunny days, of course. Thank you, Gloomy Sunshine, for letting us know. Sending so much love to those kids of yours. He's an idiot, high all the time. Yeah, Kantarov, if you believe that, my friend. I haven't been smoking, at least until after these streams for the last week now, since the start of February. So for the last 9 days. I haven't been smoking before stream or during stream, but I might be an idiot. You might be right on that one. Thank you, Fred, for sharing your love nonetheless. Thank you for the all-seeing upvote on B. Seriously. Amen, the collective thrive. Oh, absolutely. Being on a farm is not all that bad. It's not bad at all, friend. It's something else. I don't have access to friends. I don't have access to technology. I don't have access to decent internet. I don't have access to a lot of things being on the farm. But instead of focusing on the things I don't have, I focus on the things I do have. And I try to practice gratitude in every single moment when I realize the things I do have. That's the part I need to play. Thank you for joining us, Heather. It's nice to have you here. I'm evidence of how it works. Being a part of Haywire Hill and watching the folks there stream, like our Melty, has given me so much good. I feel good because of the good vibes I get here each and every day. Knowing that these vibes will be available to be gotten, Gem, like even if you're not here. So, okay, this is gonna sound a little bit weird, but I believe these streams have become perspective enhancing streams or melts, right? In the same way that we can call drugs perspective enhancing drugs. So because this stream, this space that we show up in, can allow us to have an enhanced perspective, and the space now technically exists within infinity during a certain time, I believe we have access to this space even if we're not here. And the reason or the way I believe this, in the same context of, the DMT experience, that state of existence is always there, but you have to show up in order to actually be there. But just by thinking of that space, I am illuminated by it, I am fueled by it, and I feel this space is doing the exact same thing for me and for others as well. Knowing that we can share love here even if we're not here, you can still share love with the space, and I appreciate you, friends, for doing that. Being away from it is terrifying. Yeah, it can be. It's hard. They just need someone to listen. Do you need someone to listen? Crazy Cargill, Heather, so grateful. Sorry, went quiet after a colleague comment. Had a phone call. That's no problem. Thank you, friend, for joining us again. High on life. I encourage all to try it. We're doing it right now, Ninja Peach. Unfortunately, a lot of individuals believe that the only way you can feel the way that we feel and believe the things that we believe, you have to be high. And it makes me so sad that these people, will write you off, literally form a bias and believe that bias unequivocally when they could potentially have helped themselves, live a more loving life. But it's what we choose. We choose what parts we want to play. And if you want to play the part of the hater, the person that throws shit, you're gonna have shit on your hands as you're throwing it. So just fucking don't. How about you don't? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm being a little bit derogatory as of late. I don't mean to, but sometimes things have to be said with a little bit of grit. Slept in, missed y'all. Gonna rewatch later, but I wanted to chat for a bit first. Heather, it's nice to have you here, friend. Genuinely, please do, feel into today's stream. Let me know what you thought about it. Yeah, but it gives you freedom of what you want to do. It can, friend. You're right. World War III starts every freaking January, feels like. Yeah, now it's what? Ukraine and Russia. Can you stop? What? Oh yeah, I'm gonna. Okay. For now, accessing to friends, Melty, you're sure have quite a few. For not having access to friends, Melty, you sure have quite a few. Oh, my friend. I mean, like being able to, you know, like smoke a joint with a friend or see a friend's face and have a direct conversation, being able to hug a friend, shake their hand, being able to, watch something with them. I'm not complaining at all, Heather. I feel at this point in my life, I've been the least alone I've ever been in my entire existence. So that's why I'm okay. I'm so good. I can do this literally into infinity. Mm, you are stuck on a phone and not focusing on what's important. We are stuck on our phones and not focusing on what's important. Being high might be the key. So it might be, friend, but ironically, the best ways to get high is by eating good food, exercising, meditating, and breathing properly. If you do those things first, you're gonna be so fucking high. And then, if you choose to partake of something else that can influence you as well, be it marijuana, be it coffee, be it mushrooms, you're gonna have a better time because you have taken care of yourself. You have done your part for yourself first. So, in that context, being high might be the key. But the way that you achieve that high is by uplifting yourself in mind, in spirituality, in physicality. You have to uplift yourself first, and that's how we get high. Do y'all know who Jim Brewer is? I can't say I do, Heather. Now, who is that, Heather? But you take that shit and accept it because you know that it doesn't matter. You are who you are. Not only you are who you are, but you get to be you. Like there's never ever been a you before, and there never ever will be again. And your life has just as much significance as any other life ever lived. Ever lived. And human remembrance, you can say, is an indication of the life that you've lived. No. Because in 10,000 years, in 20,000 years, in 20 million years, are you still going to be remembered? Probably not. Does that make your life any less significant? Absolutely not. You are everything. You are an infinitely complex being, and you get to live an infinitely complex life right now. Can you just stop? Melt. I feel like this so deeply, right? Like just don't. How about you don't do that? And it's not even like It hurts us. That's the thing, Jem. Like, I don't care. I don't care if somebody calls me an idiot. I know I'm not an idiot. Like, I can wipe you with the floor, like if I wanted to in a conversation. I could, I easily. But that part of myself getting angry, getting defensive, saying things like that, is just gonna beget more of that. So I have to stop. I want you to stop because it's gonna help you. It's a feeling that you're cultivating in yourself, using your infinite power to create something that you don't want. Why? Why are you doing that? For what reason? Old Jumbrier, breathing can get you feeling good. Oh yes. Oh yes, Jovan. Like, surreally. Like, you can, like, the highest I've ever been in my entire life, and I've smoked, 60 milligrams of DMT 3 times. I've taken 550 mics of acid. I've taken 7.77 grams of mushrooms in a single dose. The highest I've ever been in my life was with breathwork exercises. What does that say? You don't need anything other than what you already have. You have to breathe. You just have to breathe. Melbourne, it looks so lovely there. When it rains, it has been raining, friend. So I feel very fitting that you're here with us, Natalie. Thank you for joining us. I'd be down to smoke with you. Me too, friend. I would love to one day. Yup, he's a comedian. A nice guy. Took care of his father from high school on, but he has a look about him. He was born. Oh, I know who you're talking about. I do know who you're talking about. He has like droopy eyes, and his kids also look like that now. Yeah, his eyes look. From his words, he said that he is dismissed often because people assume he's high. Like, he looks perpetually high. I know exactly who you're talking about, Heather. It's kind of hilarious. I know. I had to stop smoking the good stuff with the baby, and I can assure you, I still got high every day, higher than any mushrooms or weed ever made me. And I know that, Ninja Peach. The last experience I had was, I think, almost 3 weeks ago now, almost 2 weeks ago now, between 2 and 3 weeks ago. And I took that 7.77 gram experience. So the way I worked myself up to that was I had a 5 gram mushroom experience with Christian, then, and that was, I think, at the start of December. Then on New Year's, I had a 4.44 gram experience. And then from that experience, I had this feeling that there was something I wasn't seeing or something I wasn't learning. And then I decided to dive deep and then, stay under the water, if you will, to go heroic plus 2.7 grams for a total of 7.77. And in that state of mind, I realized that I didn't need this. In fact, I was uncomfortable with the amount of awareness I was experiencing. So, yeah, you don't need any of it, Ninja Peach. You literally do not need any of it. We do these things because it gives us more perspective. And we should realize that the perspective we have is the one we're going to get more of. And we can get more of this perspective by just paying attention, playing our part. Hey, Jovan, yes, breathing I recommend, yes. Wouldn't believe, but I would recommend breathing to you. If you breathe, it's gonna be pretty good. I can guarantee you. High on life, breathing is amazing. I do it most nights as I go to sleep and put out positive intentions and good vibes for my friends and family. Jem, I genuinely believe you're making ripples into this universe. Damn, you've been to the other side. Oh yes. Oh yes. You guys have a good day. I'm gonna cuddle up with the baby and watch his favorite movie. See you soon. Give me sunshine. Have an amazing time, my friends. Spend all of that love. You always look big, yeah. So big, but damn. It feels good to smoke a joint again now. Not going to lie. I'm looking forward to smoking the joints I have rolled. I don't know if I'll smoke all of them, but I'm looking forward to smoking a joint as well, Ninja Peach. I'm looking forward to it, but I don't need it. And because I've abstained from it, because I have moderation with it, I appreciate it even more when I do allow myself it again. What's your thoughts on peyote? I believe it's a plant chemical, produced by a cactus. So, I'm down. It's also something that kind of mimics your dopamine molecule, but it also has the caveat of being it's kind of psychedelic. So dopamine shape plus psychedelic experience, I believe could be a vibe. I haven't had the opportunity yet, but I look forward to being able to as well. Creating and going on to nurture a tiny human must be a trip of a lifetime. Kelly, I cannot even imagine it. Like, I think if I'm gonna allow myself to have kids one day, it will be in my 30s. I'm breathing right now with some intention. Once the cool air outside hits my lungs, I really want to smoke a joint in the snow. Like I want to hear my footsteps crunch in the snow, and then I want to smoke a joint looking out on the white. That's one of the dreams I have as well. I wonder how that transfers here. We just have tabs of acid. Yeah, tabs of acid is so. Unfortunately, I've heard that as well, Heather. Like technically, different tabs have different mics, like little micrograms. And that's the thing with acid as well. It gets measured in micrograms, thousands of a gram. Like you get 100,000th. No, 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 no. Is it? So 1.2 thousandths. You know what? I'm butchering it. But basically, certain tabs could be like 100 mics. Certain tabs can be like 200 mics. Yeah. For some reason, when I initially started this journey, I didn't think I was ego tripping. Really not. I was there with a girl, and I made the decision to go on this adventure beforehand. And I wasn't going on this adventure alone. Two of my friends joined me on that as well. But yeah, I did it at the music festival, and I feel that was a very irresponsible thing to do. Mm. Mm. Love it when the cold, fresh air hits the lungs. I don't even know. Like cold air maybe, but never snowy air. I'm thinking about the silence now as well, that someone shared with me recently. Thank you guys for validating breathing, bringing consciousnness to it. I forget sometimes, and you guys intend towards it makes it more relevant again. Thank you, Jovan, for listening, friend. Good to see you, Fisho. It's nice to have you, friend. So nice to have you. I think we're about to end the stream. 150. Yeah, that's about right. Thank you, Talia. Does it snow? Never. Unfortunately, Freedom, no. My grandmother wants to do peyote with her. My grandmother wants me to do crazy car girl. Absolutely. I would jump on that. My grandma is showing up soon. I would love to take, some mushrooms with her. Mike's are 1/10,000th, aren't they? Like if a gram. I think so. I think you might be right on that. So 120 10,000ths of a gram would be an LSD dose. Like literally, you can get some of it on your finger, and it will disappear as you're trying to get it off of you, and then you'll have a psychedelic experience. That's how the OG experienced it. Albert Hoffman. Is it Alfred Hoffman? Damn, the Bicycle Man. Sorry for butchering his name, but he basically synthesized this compound for, I think, pregnant women initially. Got some of it got some of it on his finger, and then had a psychedelic experience. What would you say would be a breakthrough amount of DMT would be? I'm not planning on doing it anytime soon, but I would like to eventually. For me, Jem, 60 milligrams is what I feel comfortable with, because I think there is more, and there's no harm. You cannot kill yourself with it, technically, and it sounds weird to caveat what I'm going to say with that, but it can be more uncomfortable to not get all the way there than it would be to be all the way there. So I wouldn't want to give dosage recommendations, but 60 milligrams is what I went for the last 3 breakthrough experiences. 3 hits is another way, but if you want to measure it out, crazy car girl, 60 milligrams is ideal, at least to me. Hey Melt, hey PK, it's nice to have you here, friend. What a beautiful day, humans, the best. You're welcome, friend. I'll definitely be seeing you more. I look forward to seeing you again, friend. Crazy Cargill. Genuinely, it's gonna be a genuine pleasure. You've been a genuine pleasure being here. Albert, yeah, it's crazy. Albert Hoffman, thank you, Talia. I knew you would correct me. I want to trip again. Me too, Toast. I want to take acid again. I haven't taken acid in a year and 3 months. So I would like to again, but I'm not gonna look for it. I'm not gonna try and get some of it. When the time is right, it will be. And I'm super comfortable with waiting. Man, wishing I knew what MDMA was when we tossed all of it. That would have helped. Universe, I'm ready. Me too, Toast. Enjoy visiting with your Nana. Thanks for everyone's time and gratitude. Thank you, friends. I'm going to probably light that joint, and then we're going to do our gratitude dance. Wednesdays I do a gratitude dance for the friends that donate on the Patreon. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna say thank you. I'm gonna dance my ass off. I grow them at home, Toast. Have you tried that? I think Toast needs to. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm with you. You look at the big hair. Much love, friends. So much love to you. I'll see you again soon. Like it's gonna be soon. I'm gonna just set up this camera. Maybe I'll set up the camera there. I feel there's better light there. And then we're gonna be dancing. How about that? Should I keep this stream on? No. I'll start it again. I'll start it again with the right title. I don't want to wake this little Bobchi. Bobchi, wake up! Wake up, Bobchi Bobs! Wake up, Bobsy Bobs. Oh, my leg is sleeping. Oh, goodness. We rented a house from a guy that was into MDMA, Molly. MDMA and Molly are the same things, technically. Molly could be mixed, though. He forgot a large container of MDMA. We put it by the road on trash day. That is unfortunate, Heather, because I believe, MDMA, if used responsibly, like people will like take a gram of MDMA sometimes. I believe 50 milligrams is more than enough. So literally a 20th of the dose that some people will take. So maybe next time, Heather. Later, man. I'm going to smoke to get one rolled up. Here's to you. Thank you. Thank you so much, Crazy Car. Well, we look forward to seeing you again, friend. You dareth disturb your K9 overlord? It seems that way, but she doesn't seem to be that disturbed. Let me see the hamster. You see, this freaking K9 overlord has all the power. MDMA is a group drug, I feel. It can be. It helps with conversation, Fisher. Hope all is going well. My friend. Thank you so much, friend, for sharing love. Yup, half a point is where it's at. Yeah, you're right. You don't need more than that, Toast. If you do more than that, you just end up fucking yourself up as well, and you just feel bad. Hey, Side Tactic, thank you for the love, friend. Thank you for joining us, even if you were just lurking. It was so much. Looking forward for co-creating in beautiful trips with beautiful minds. As am I, Talia. Melt Fest is going to be a vibe. We're all going to melt. I'm sure of that. Where it is. With a acid. Oh, half point, like a half tab. I guess like 75 mics to 100 mics is also good. Friends, I love you. I'm gonna set up my stream to dance, and then I'll be probably back in this space within the next 2 minutes. See you soon. Love you. YouTube friends, so much love to you. See you in a bit. I don't think you'll be able to see the dancing stream on the YouTubes, unfortunately, because they copyright strike my streams as fast as I post them. But yeah, what can we do? Love you. Thank you for joining us, my friends. I'll see you on the flip side.